Hello everyone, this is Letty, Letish41 Loves Crafts, and I am back to do a little card share, you guys. So I've used my Diemond Dies, and I think I've used one, two, yeah, about two of my Sizzix dies. So let me show you this is where I store my Diemond Dies, and let me show you the dies that I used. So one of them is the large mason jar. I used that, and then I used this Sizzix die. These here are my um, again Diemond Dies circles. I used a large teapot, and let's see. Okay, so I didn't use the hearts, but I did use the both um, steampunk gears, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so these are all the dies. Let me go ahead and put this one over here. Hopefully they don't all fall apart. Okay, and this one. So those are all the dies that I used, and then I used a leaf, like I said, one of the leaf Sizzix dies. The first card, these are Mother's Day and birthday cards. So the first Mother's Day card that I created was making a shaker card, and I used I'm going to use this here to lean on it. Cane Company, I believe this was Cane Company paper stack. I don't remember which one it was, guys. And then this is the leaf die that I used, the Sizzix die. Now here is where I went in and I used the circle dies by Diemond Dies. I used two of them. To create the circle, and then that same one I used and one of the large ones to create a like a border around it. This here I don't remember where I got it from, but I know it was from a package. And then I also used a Fiskars stamp that says Happy Mother's Day. Okay, and to complete my flower here with leaves, I used one of my handmade paper gardenias here that I had created, and I had in my stash, and I just inked the edges of the leaves, and then or petals. And then here I used when I used the leaf, I went ahead and left the leaf on the die, and then I inked up the kind of like using it as a stencil to ink up the the veins. And then I just went in and kind of colored in the leaf, and then I added the mesh bling down here. So that's one card. My next card I created was using, again, I believe, Cane Company paper stack, and here I went ahead and I did I used the same stamp on all of them, and this time I used that one little like almost like a ticket die that I showed you by Sizzix, and then I just distressed the edge, and then here I added two cardstocks, one to place at the bottom, and then this one to place here at the on top of the mat. And then I went in and I used a couple of my skeleton leaves by Wild Orchid Crafts, and again another one of my paper gardenias. I inked the edges to the petals, and I used some of these stamens, whatever they're called. And yeah, so this is my other card. And then using my teapot, I created this one. And this one, I went ahead and I went in with two different pinks. It doesn't look pink in here, but they are pink. This is actually the back, the polka dot. It's actually the back of this one, I believe. Yeah. And then, so I use it as a mat, and then I use another layer on top, and then I die cut my my teapot, and using another paper from the same stack. And then here I just went with a solid purple with one of my other dies. I forgot to mention this die. Um, and I used the same stamp. This time I didn't use the little quotations right here. And then here I used some seam binding just to tie a cute little, bow. And then I just kind of adhered part of it so that it can, fall into place and stay there. So I did that. And my last Mother's Day card was using the Mason's jar, and pretty much use a lot of purple in here. And these are all the little stickers that I had bought and had in my stash from Dollar Tree, and these are really cute. And after making my card, I actually used this one kind of paper that I had picked up a while back. I don't know if I can grab it here. But it's got like a texture. It's kind of like the DCWV paper. Let me see if I can show you here. Okay, I try to get it, guys. Sorry, but it's got this kind of texture inside. You could probably see it throughout the mason jar. So I used that, and so yeah, that's pretty much my mason jar. And then I used a bunch of stickers, like I said, from Dollar Tree that I placed here and there, and then on another piece of the cardstock, I went ahead and stamped and embossed Happy Mother's Day, and I didn't use again that little, you know, deal there, quotations or whatever they are. And then I went in around the card itself. I used some of my mesh bling to kind of cover the, the dimensional tape. So because I wanted to make it as a like like a mason jar that it's like a glass mason jar, real jar, only using some I guess you call this acetate, but of course I used um, some from a packaging that I picked up. I guess that Tuesday morning, some kind of dies, and then with some more seam binding, I made a little bow here. Okay, and then I kind of used the same paper in the back. I haven't stamped them all on the back, and I haven't stamped the inside either. This is just regular cardstock to cover the the mason jar inside. So, sorry. So, yeah, that is that one. Okay, so now I'm going to start with my two birthday cards. And actually, I made this one for my son using um, the what is it called? Like a steampunk gears. Um, Again, Diemond Dies. So I used the large one, and then I used the small one. And this was actually using one of Michael's corrugated cards. And then this one off of my little pad from Hobby Lobby. And then here, because it cuts this also, I went ahead and added I cut these also, but with just regular uh, like a cream color cardstock. And then I used the same paper here to cut the letters. And then I just, added a little like a pearl bead just to add some details on there. And then I, did the same thing in the back. But yeah, so in other words, I didn't use the green cuts that were going to go there. I removed those and I placed the off-white one. And his name is Sean, Shaun, but we call him Shaunito out of love. So I just thought I'd make a card for him, that reads out a name that, and then I used my stamp from, what is it called? Stamp of Life. It says Happy Birthday, Make-A-Wish. Okay, so that's the first birthday card. And because the these little pieces here that came from the center care were left over. I went ahead and made a second card, and I decided to use them as a banner. So I thought that was a great idea to use, and so I did. So all I did was I used them and I strung a little piece of string through there. And what I did was I used, see if I can get to it here real quick. I used this little punch. See that? Just to punch a little hole through all of them, and then string some string there. And then this one here was using this one. Okay, I'm sure you can pick it up. Was using that one just to add space it between the B and A. And so yeah, I just thought, I just thought of making a second card, so that these, I wanted to use these, I don't throw anything away, so, you can see where these go in there. Oh, and how I got these letters, let me show you here first. Let me here. Okay, I brought it over. So it's this right here, and it comes with some numbers and letters. So that's the kind of font I used. And I bought that one, a few years ago when I used to live in that little town where my sister lives. We were there for about 2 years, and then we came back home. But yeah, guys, so these are my cards. And like I said, these were, or these are, these are Mother's Day and birthday cards, because I have a few moms besides my own to give a card to. And so I just thought make my daughter and daughter-in-law a card as well. So there you have it. All right, well, go ahead and hit that thumbs up if you like this video. Leave your comments down below if you wish, and subscribe if you haven't, and I will see y'all real soon. Bye.